In column C1, I have the silicon layer thickness data, and there are 100 data points in this column. And if we look, they are not sorted. In this section of these notes, we're looking at how to create histograms. When you do that, if you were doing it by hand, you would need to have your data sorted from smallest to largest, because in creating histograms, you need to be able to count up how many data points fall within a certain data range. So in order to get Minitab to do this, we could go to our Data tab. Halfway through the list here, there's the Sort command. And the window opens up here. And I get to pick what data I want to sort. And I get to, down below here, decide where the sorted data is going to be stored. So you can sort by different levels. If I had these data described by, I don't know, 2 or 3 different descriptors, then I could sort by each one of those descriptors. Now, at the moment, we have a simple set of data. All the numbers are in one column, and I simply want them to go from smallest to largest. So I'm going to pick the data that I want to sort, which is the thickness data. And by the way, you can double-click on this, or you can highlight it into hit the select button. All right, so I'm going to sort the thickness data. And you have the option of going either increasing or decreasing. And in this case, I'm going to leave it at the default, which is increasing. Now, down below here, it wants to know what columns do we want to sort. I'm going to specify a column, and in this case, it's the thickness data again. And down below here, we get to pick where we want to store this sorted data. And the default is that it will put it at the end of the current worksheet. And what they mean by that is, if I look at my worksheet back here, there's nothing beyond column C4. So if I keep this option, it will store the sorted data in column C5. All right, or we could put it in the original column. So it'll take my numbers that are in column C1, sort them, and then it will put the sorted data back in column C1. You know, choice is up to you. You could put it in a new worksheet, which I wouldn't advise. It's going to open up another worksheet for you, which you don't really need to have. And you can also specify a column of where you want to put it. So I'm just going to let it do its own thing, put it at the end of the current worksheet, say OK. And here I have my sorted data now in column C5. And I can see here that the smallest number in this data set is 413. And if I scroll down to row number 100, the largest data point is 487. So now that we have these sorted, we could, if we were doing this by hand, we could go in and we could count, for example, how many data points fall between, I don't know, 410 and 420. And in this case, it would be 1. How many data points fall between 420 and 430? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Anyway, that will come up when we have a look at the histograms.